been a little bit since we talked. Got a story to tell you. Maybe I'll get my kid in here and we could tell a few stories. First off, I want to say about the protection and divine protection. It's all over you and everybody you love. But I'll let someone else tell you the story about what happened and the synchronicity. That is not a coincidence. And then I'm going to go into the blessing part and say thank you to one of my subscribers. I'll show you. I'm still speechless. Either way, I'm going to bring my... Olivia, come here a minute. Please turn off your music. You got to hear this.
Huh?
Can you turn off your music? I want to get you to tell people what just happened.
Oh boy. Which part? Like, where do I start at?
From the time I called you, and then what happened?
So, my English teacher kept us all class, so we got out at 8:30. And
She's
my
in
mom's
college.
Yeah, my mom's not used to this because my teacher usually lets us out early, and I get home early. But anyways, she messages me and asks where I'm at and calls me, and I called her at the end of class, and then let her know I was coming home and why I was late. And she said, "All right, well, be safe when you come home." Da 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 da. So I'm driving home and I'm just listening to music and I get really irritated because my music shuts off and I'm like, who's calling me now? So I'm like, oh, my grandma.
She's an Aquarius, by the way.
I slid to answer her call and she said, "Hey, Libby, where you at?" And I said, "I'm on my way home from school." She's like, "Yeah, but like where?" And I
Explain
said,
which grandmother.
My mom's mom.
My Virgo mother.
And she was saying, "Well, there's a car accident. I need you to like look out and be careful. Unless you passed it already, like I just need to make sure you're all right and you weren't in an accident or anything." I said, "No, I'm not in an accident. I don't see what you're talking about. At this point right now, I'm going around a bend and facing the accident." So I'm like, "Oh, now I know what accident you're talking about. Well, all right. I'm here now. I'm not in it, but I'm here." And I'm telling her what's going on, and I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes as I'm just waiting for cops and stuff to show up. But that was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. I had to leave then, obviously. I got directed out. I wasn't gonna go through that anyways.
She legit saw the person laying on the ground, lifeless.
Oh yeah, he wasn't moving. I either thought he was paralyzed or
We don't know.
unconscious or dead.
They called life flight for him. However, she gets home and she comes in the house and starts telling me what was going on. And what did I tell you? Why I called?
Because you were worried about an accident or something that you were thinking about or something.
And what did I tell you?
You told me to drive safe, be careful, because she was worried.
And did I describe the spot? That you didn't even have to tell me where it was?
Oh yeah, the red light.
I knew right where it was. And she was actually late for class tonight.
Yeah, I was running late. Class ran full class. So we had to stay from 6 to 8:30. We usually get out around 7:30 because there's not really much to cover in English.
And that's what I'm used to. So when I'm looking and it's 8 o'clock, I'm thinking she should be back by now. And then I heard car accident and I'm like, all right, I don't ever call her when she's at school. I don't ever text her. I don't do that. You can ask her. Do I bother you when I know you have school?
No. I'm usually the one bothering you because I have stuff to text you about.
Yeah. And then, like I said, so thank you, Olivia, for telling the story. I love you.
Of course.
And I come home and I show her this huge box of beautiful stuff.
Gifts. Blessings.
Very much so. Look at this.
I know. I was looking at that. That reminds me of Cinderella.
Isn't it awesome? Smell this.
Oh, I did. It smells like citrus orangey. Ooh, yeah. I want that as a perfume.
It's called Unicorn Dreams.
Those are my dreams.
So I decided to call up to mom and dad. I haven't talked to them in a few days because I'm grounded until I get my taxes done, completely done, and I get all my chores done. I'm grounded. So I can work and I could do my stuff. So Any fun time is not happening right now for Blue Flame. It's all work.
Yep, there's the text. Where you at?
Yep. What time was that?
8:27.
When did I
Right.
call you?
27. I called you at 29.
Mm-hmm. So I knew like about right when you were getting out.
Yeah.
And when Grandma called you, what, 8:45 then? 10, 20, how long after?
She called me at 38. So she literally called me not even 11 minutes after you called me. There.
10.
10 minutes after our call ended.
To let her know that there was an accident on the road and to check on her. She had 2 people check on her that have, and Grandma don't even understand the whole, she gets it, she's starting to. Like I said, our whole families are waking up. Not just us, our parents are having synchronicities. Our kids are having synchronicities.
Your animals, maybe.
Those too. So, I just, like I said, I hear stuff like that and my solar plexus lights up and I hear car accident and I get that feeling in my stomach. And I knew I needed to get a hold of her. Just everything lined to.
But yeah, I'm here to validate that really did happen. And I was honestly very shook because I was like, Grandma, I don't know what you're talking about. Accident. I don't see any accident. I get around the bend and then there's an accident right in front of my eyes. I'm like, oh my gosh.
And my parents don't even usually have they have one of them CB things. What are they called? The radios?
Yeah, they have like a radio thing that connects.
Scanner.
Yeah.
And they don't usually have it plugged in. And Dad said he was bored with whatever he was watching on his phone. So he went down and plugged in the scanner. And right before that happened, probably right around the time I called you, he turned on the scanner and heard about this accident on the route she was coming home. Right at the spot where
And the weird thing was I could have literally drove through it. Like there were no ambulances or anything there yet really besides a few lights. Like there was a couple paramedics there, but there were no ambulances or fire trucks or a lot of cops yet there. So I was like, wait, I think I see the accident because there's a bunch of lights in front of me, but I could have drove through it. There was nothing preventing my way. I could have drove through it right past that dead dude if I was a douche, but I wasn't a douche. Well, I was like, excuse me, but I'm shook.
Well, you don't have to be shook. You were protected by angels because that's what I do for you. That's what Grandma does. We're praying for you all the time.
I'm sorry.
I love you, kid.
Ooh.
I can't tell you how many times I've warned people or I knew things and either they didn't listen or whatever and something would happen. That has happened with one of my daughter's other friends. I told them not to drive and sure enough, they got busted. They had pot in their car. I tried to tell them, don't go. They didn't listen. And guess what? On their way back, they got popped. And that's one of the reasons I always say, be safe when you're driving. Watch what you're doing. Don't be stupid. Don't be high and drive, first off. I mean, I don't have a problem with people smoking and they want to do it in the confines of their own home, whatever they want to do. Don't take it on the road where you can hurt other innocent people. That's just me. I get this stuff and it boggles my mind. Just the sheer protection that God has over my family. But yet I knew something wasn't right. And my parents, I have synchronicities with them all the time. So that's why I said, be gentle with your parents who are waking up. Because if your parents are still alive, they're starting to have this stuff happen too. Because it's in your genetic line, especially if you did the work like I did and cleared it. So you're aware. We're all connected. And I did that healing of my family ancestry, and especially with my parents.
I know.
And I'm telling you.
I know.
Then I get these beautiful gifts in the mail from a lovely subscriber of mine.
Well, he doesn't
And
want me to go.
I'm going to show them to you here in a minute. And I'm, like I said, I'm still a little shocked because it's a lot. I've never,
He doesn't want me to go.
I
I was petting him to try and get him to like kind of like stand up, and all he did was turn his head because he heard my key. He saw my keys. He goes.
He's getting mad.
He literally bit my arm, like not like in a bad way.
I know.
He just like nibbled it.
He
like,
doesn't
Don't
want.
go.
He doesn't want you to leave. I'm telling you.
I want to take him with me, but I can't.
No, you can't take Jameson with you.
I'm allowed to take him to visit there, but I'm not allowed to have him stay there overnight or anything like that. It's sad.
No. Well, then why don't he come here so you can spend time with your cat? That cat loves you.
Because I think he has his friend over there right now.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Either way,
Yeah.
I love you. Give me kisses.
Love you too. Mwah.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I love you. Oh my gosh, she doesn't want me to go. Yes, it reminds me of Cinderella. You gotta put light on it for them to see. I have a light. Hopefully it doesn't blind them.
Well,
I don't know if they can see it that well. It is very shiny though in crystal.
it's so pretty.
So pretty in person. So pretty. All right, I love you, Mom.
And I just the love you too, kid. There's a beautiful energy that comes off of it. Oh my. Y'all know I'm the crystal girl.
I love you. I'll be back tomorrow. Okay?
And then this piece. Yeah, my nails, I need to redo them. I've been busy. And this journal. Take notice for all of you who've been on my channel for a long time and the theme of butterflies. You need to, it gets crazier. Look at this candle. This candle. It has crystals on the top of it. It is called Unicorn Dreams. And it's from a shop, New Moon Beginnings. So, I think she has an Etsy shop too, if I'm not mistaken. She does newmoonbeginnings.com. This candle is amazing. Oh my goodness, does it smell amazing. This was one of my subscribers who I did a reading for. And she said the box was 33 pounds. Hang on. Like I said, I had to do an unboxing, so hang on. Just when Blue Flame was like, I wonder if I'm supposed to give up tarot, you know? I wonder if I'm supposed to just not pull cards and not do this, you know? I will do whatever God tells me to do. However, look at this. I love doing what I do. Look, they're all cards. And she sent me this too, because she knew that I'd asked for it. Talk about an overwhelming gift. And And most of these decks I don't have. 2 of them are duplicates. And 2 of them I had promised, because my daughter had said, if you get any ones that you think, I'll clear them and give them to her when I feel she's ready to have them. And when I teach her my ways, sorry guys, when I teach her my ways of doing, because this is to be passed down for generations, right along with my store and everything else. Yo, what a blessing. I'm still in shock. Because a bunch of them decks are ones that I've wanted for a long time. And just, I was like, well, and I just ordered a bunch of new decks. See if I'd resonate with any of them. And all of them I resonate with. We will see what happens with these new ones. There's the tea leaves and all kinds of different decks in there, which I've wanted to get into using. And there's a round card deck in. I'm just like absolutely blown away by the generosity of people, especially in this day and age. So thank you very much. And like I said, if there's some that I don't resonate with, I will pass them on to good-hearted readers that I know that will use them and not abuse them. So either way, I just wanted to tell you, when you're doing what you're called to do, God will provide. When you're doing what you're told to do and you're being obedient, God will make a way. God will provide more than enough. And that was one of the things that this subscriber said to me. You know, you're onto a new phase and of blessings and getting your store in order. And you know, she had a reading with me and she said about how I'm pretty gifted. And like I said, all my gifts come from the divine, from the Most High. I never even took a tarot class. This isn't anything that I asked for. It's something that I just kind of happened. And it's to bring light and bring the love of God into a very dark world and help people and help guide people and give people divine messages from God. I'm not on here to make to please people. I'm going to tell people the truth, but I'm also going to love people where they're at too. So I wanted to come on and give a quick shout out to the subscriber had asked me, please don't say my name, don't tell nobody. So I'm not going to. Mum's the word. But thank you for blessing me. That means more than you'll ever. It's like a gift from Saturn too, you know? Not to mention her and I both have cat moons, so it's a gift. Saturn's trying to kiss my butt. Just kidding. Saturn knows him and I have a court date. Me and Uranus had some beef there for about 7.5 years too. I was going through Aries. Oh, I can forgive, but I'll never forget. Either way, I just wanted to come on and tell you the activations are happening. These activations and the blessings are falling and the protection is being seen. Do not take any little thing for granted. Be thankful and grateful for everything you have. Have that abundant mind. That's what I've been talking about. That's what I've been practicing. And, you know, love those who don't deserve it and deserve it. Both. It's the highest vibration. It's not hate. Even category. Yeah, kitty. Yep, the blue butterflies. And most of my all my spiritual baths, they are marked with butterflies. Different color butterflies, but I've always had the blue butterfly thing going. Either way. So your faith has increased. I came on to show you this because God blesses me. It trickles down to you guys. Just be obedient to what you're hearing. Trust your gut. Watch out for your kids. Love your family. Love each other. That's how you'll know us. By our love, not by our hate and division and all that other stuff. You'll know us by our love. That's what it says in the Bible. You'll know them by their fruit. What is the fruit of the Spirit? Joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, mercy, and long suffering. So watch for those type of people. Even though I have a quick temper sometimes, I'm working on it. Getting a lot better. In 1 year, I've grown a lot. I still can lose it though, don't get me wrong, and I still don't like dark horses. That'll never change. Either way, I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys take care. Have a good night and peace out from Blue Flame. I'm going to try and, I know I say this all the time. I'm going to do my taxes, and in between, if I get a spurt of energy, I'm going to do a reading and an upload for Mystical Illumination since nothing has gone through yet. But if I can't get it to go through, then I'll just have to send it to Mike and have Mike send it. I'm going to do what I have to do. It probably won't be a real long video. I don't think I could do much more than 15, 20 minutes before my camera shuts off. And then it's just like, yeah. So instead of going through that rigmarole, I'm going to be praying about my technology for me. I get it. I glitch things out. I get it. The memory goes. I understand this. I live in a magical place. The big, huge body of water, that current energy all the time. So, when you're being obedient, and you're loving yourself, and you're loving God, and you're loving your family, and you're loving people, you're doing what you're called to do, God will provide a way. Yep, I know. I love you guys. I love my Aussie people. My nails look terrible. I'm not worried about them. I'm going to end up changing them out soon. I have, like I said, I got number crunching to do for the next 2 days. And once I got to focus on that. And then after that, I'm golden with, I'm heading straight into doing stuff with my shop, my rentals, and my channels, period. Plus, I'll be doing private readings. I've been doing more. That was the first private reading I was actually open for and actually did in a very long time. And I was on, she said, I was on fire. God just tells me things. Either way, I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.